Hello there and welcome back to Milk It Reviews. Another 511 jacket. Got to say it, this one's my son's. This is the Valinat Duty Jacket. Right, it's not been available for that long. My son jumped on it straight away as soon as it was available in the UK here, because it really suits his operational needs, right, as well as personal everyday wear. As you're well aware, in this country we have a few problems with the weather. It's up and down like a yo-yo all the time, and this just gives him a great deal of versatility, right, on those colder days, the warmer days, right, and far too many wet days, I'm afraid. Before we go too far into this, one question I get asked an awful lot: how true to size are 511's products? Well, as I always answer, and I always answer everything absolutely honestly, but there's no point in me lying or misleading anybody on this. We've always found that the actual size chart on 511's website, and also in their catalogues, has always been very, very much bang on. Now, I'm a 52-inch chest. I order double XL jackets, shirts and so forth, and they fit perfectly. Right, a little bit of extra room inside them, so if you want to stick a sweatshirt or something underneath, there's plenty of room for that, so it's not like it's a skin tight fit. Now my son, he's a 44 chest and he takes size large, and again, everything that has come through from 511 over the years, right, has always been that perfect fit. There was only one slight exception, and I did mention this in the video. If you watch my video on the Bristol Parker, they do come up a little bit small, but that was mentioned in that. So it's something that we haven't experienced with anything else. So you can pretty much rest assured that you're going to get what it says on the tin. If you order your correct chest size, that's what you'll end up with, right? I always find that sometimes when you're ordering online with a lot of companies, you have those little information boxes, right, as part of the order form that you fill in. I always put a little note in there: please can you ensure that this will fit a 52 chest. That way the person that's actually receiving the order can actually look into it with a bit of common sense, right, and look at it and go, oh no, this won't, or this will, and then they can rectify it before it actually lands up on your doorstep and you have to send it back. So sizing issues, no, haven't had any at all with 511, right. So there you go. Anyway, let's get back to this jacket, because as we've all become accustomed to with 511 over the years, there's an awful lot of thought and common sense gone into the construction and design of this. The materials are exceptional as per usual, right. It's got a bloodborne pathogen resistant finish, which I've got to say, if you're operational in any way, right, unfortunately that sometimes can be very, very handy and very advantageous that you have that. It's very, very waterproof. There's no leaks at all with this jacket so far, and believe me, I would have heard about it if there had been. The jacket itself is really two jackets in one. You've got a removable liner to it, which we'll go through in a second, so you've got that great versatility, and as far as breathability goes, superb. Right, I mean, one big problem we do get here in the UK, you can go out, it can be cold, it can be throwing it down, right, and then within 10 minutes, right, the rain will stop, the sun will come out, and the next thing you know, oh dear, right, you know, if you're not careful, you've got yourself a hot and sweaty environment. You do not get that problem with the 511 coats. If they do say that they're breathable, believe me, they are breathable. I've got some other top brand jackets which are Gore-Tex lined and cost twice, three times as much as any 511 coat that I've ever bought, and believe me, right, this stuff here that you see, right, the 511 stuff is on par with that. I won't mention any brand names, but you can pretty much rest assured that you're talking real top end. Right, what have we got here? Right, we'll do as usual, we'll start top, work our way down. Pretty much everything is mirrored, so we're not going to go all the way around everything. Right, we'll start off underneath these flaps here. You've got your hidden ID panels, which are Velcro removable. Right, these are really good. As I've said previously, if you've got one set of patches or badges, the great thing with the 511 jackets, where these are Velcro attached, right, you could just stick one badge on, you can have one setup of badges. You can actually move them from one jacket to the other. Right, and that just simply goes on there. So whatever ID you might have just flaps out the front there. And just pop that back in there. The other good thing with these little pockets where these panels hide, right, is just another concealed pocket. Right, it's as simple as that. Wrong tag. YKK zippers, as always. Right, I don't think you'll ever find that. Ever find a change to that, right, with 511. I don't think you're just going to ever move away from that. Inside here, you've got these little pockets, mic loop pockets, which are hidden under the flap again. You've got a chest pocket here with a proper waterproof YKK zipper. And I say a proper, unfortunately we do see too often, not with 511, sorry, but I've had a couple of products, right, which I've used for canoeing in the past, which advertise waterproof zippers, right, and they're not, right. But these here, you can actually tell because of the actual waterproof strips on there. When the zip does up, it actually shuts that right off, right, and no water ingress at all. And I mean, I'm not being funny, but you're probably the same as everybody else. You go and stick £500 worth of smartphone in your pocket, the last thing you want is to put it out and it's wet, right. But again, nice big pocket here, runs all the way around, right, so you've got plenty of room in there, right. Fleece lined, right, on this side, so if you've got the backup belt system and you want to pop a pouch in there for any particular reason, it will adhere quite nicely. Moving down here, right, hip pockets again, waterproof zip, and a nice big pocket. Inside the pocket you have your elastic shock cord adjuster for the waistline, right. Nice long tabs on these zippers, right, makes it nice and easy, especially if you've got gloves on. Right, okay, we've got the same on the other side now. I'm a little bit surprised actually, but no inside chest pockets on the liner jacket, right, but that's neither here nor there. But what you have got, nice deep pocket over here, but not on the other side. Okay, it's me saying everything's mirrored, it's not, is it? Right, so leave me alone. What else you got? Move on to the sleeves. Waterproof zippers again. You've got these on both sleeves. Right, I love these forearm pockets. Right, I keep my car keys in them. Just keeps things really, really simple. Right, love it to bits. What else have we got? The actual liner, I'll jump into that in a second. Right, fully removable. It's a nice fleece lining here, right, so it's warm. Right, let's go on to our... No, actually, let's just cover the quick zip on this before we take it all apart. Quick zip, let's just bring that in a little bit. That's better. If you're carrying belt kit, and you need to get to it and your jacket's hanging over it, right, this quick zip system, right, is quite good. I was very impressed with it. I can't remember the first jacket I opened. I think it was probably a Sabre 2 jacket. Sorry, and I found it really wicked. Right, my kids loved it. Every time I walked past, they pulled the toggle and watched all the jacket flop open. Right, but it's really good. Right, the idea of it is to give you quick access to your belt kit, and the way that you do that, right, I mean, there's nothing untoward with this. It looks quite normal from the outside, right, but the way that you actually do this is you pull that toggle and the jacket opens. Right, now unfortunately I can't wear this jacket to show you because there's a bit of a size difference between my son and myself, right, but if you actually want to see me show you this working with me wearing it, if you have a look at my Sabre 2 video, right, I'm actually wearing that jacket, right, and it shows how it works, but it is exceptionally good. I dare say you'll find other videos online, right, with people showing that. Sorry, and you have the same on the other side as well, so really, really good. One thing I did forget to mention, underneath the arm, ventilation zips, right, both sides, right, they go from just under, sort of like just past your armpit, down your arm, right the way down to the waistband, so worth its weight in gold if you ask me, especially when you go from cold into warm, and you can then just pop it off or just open those up and it stops the sweaty armpits. Right, let's just zoom out again. Look, wrong way. That's better. You think I'd know how to work this by now, wouldn't you? Right, and right, let's take this liner out. The ends of the zippers, right, they're nicely tucked away underneath these fleece panels here. Right, the outer zip zips right the way up under your chin, and you have these fleece triangular panels in the corners of the collar, right, which will at the end of the day stop the zips and whatever you're digging in, or if you like me, if you've got a beard, stop your beard getting caught in it and pulling it out, because that hurts. Right, simply undo both sides. I'm sure you know how to do this without me showing you. Right, on the collar we have a tab here which we undo. Do that back up, and up in the sleeve we have another one just inside it. Fully adjustable elasticated cuffs, as you would expect. Right, let me just unclip that. We do the same on the other side. And then we can remove the fleece. Now I'm going to pop the fleece to one side for a second so we can just have a look on the inside of the actual waterproof jacket itself. We've got lots of fleece panelling in here, which I must admit I like. It gives it stops that cold nylon feel against the skin. Right, now we do have inside pockets. Right, there's a Velcro one on the right side and a zip up one on the left, more than big enough for a notebook, normal duty notebook, or a what you call it, right, mobile phone in there. Right, no problems at all with that. Have I missed anything? No, I haven't. Right, you've obviously got your waist adjusters down the bottom here. Right, let's just turn this over. Right, okay, just show you the back, right, and the hood. Right, now in the back, with a lot of the 511 coats now, in fact I would pretty much say all of them, we have the big ID panel. There it is. So you can put whatever you need on the back, and again it's Velcro detachable like the ones on the chest. Right, the hood, a lot of, I say a lot, right, they give it thought when it comes down to hoods, right. I mean, there's too many companies, right, they just get a hood like an old plastic bag and sew it to the collar and that's your lot. These are fully adjustable, right, for volume, and you can cinch it down around your face, right, and it's got a good decent peak right across the top here. Right, now I find that with mine, when I'm wearing those, right, obviously when it's raining, right, if it's particularly cold and windy, if I'm wearing a baseball cap, that peak comes out on the hood and very nearly comes to the end of the baseball cap peak, which I quite like, right. But if that's not how you do it, you have a volume adjuster on the back of that's Velcro adjustable. Right, the hood itself is removable, so you can just unzip it. Right, it does roll up and go into the collar if that's where you want to store it. So, you know, no reason to go leaving your hood behind. Right, it's all sitting out, all tickety-boo, right, ready and waiting for when you may need it. Right, let's just pop this over here and let's move on to this. Okay, now this obviously is the liner. Right, now this is pretty nifty because when it comes down to it, this is a soft shell. So I shouldn't say this really, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure 511 will work this one out. Right, in the new range of clothing, right, is a nice 511 soft shell. Well, to my way of thinking, this is it. So by going for the Valiant jacket, if you was going to get a soft shell, you got two. I'm not going to say two for the price. Well, you have got two for the price of one, haven't you? So, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, right, it's there, right, just so you're aware this is not just some cheap and nasty liner. It's not. It's quite the opposite. It's a fully functional soft shell jacket. You've got one chest pocket here. Well, obviously being soft shell, it's not waterproof. The zippers are not waterproof. Right, we have two sort of waist pockets, and again with, oh, we have a key keeper in this one. I didn't know that. Yeah, see, not my jacket. Right, there is no waist adjustment on this. Right, but that's not really too much of a problem. I can't don't know what that's for. We've got two little press studs down here. If anybody knows what those press studs are for, please drop me a line and tell me, because I don't know. It's really good. Right, you've got reinforced elbows here. There's the sleeves you can unzip on this, so you can actually turn this into a soft shell waistcoat, or in some countries they call them gillets. Right, we call them some things here gillets, but not quite the same as what our friends do abroad. Right, so there we have it. Right, it's the Valiant soft. No, it's not. It's the Valiant Duty Jacket. Right, it's this one's in navy blue. It does come in black. I'm not sure about other colours, right? But at the end of the day, right, works well, functions well, gets good reports from my son. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Sorry. If you're new to Milk It Reviews, please hit the subscribe button. I don't make any money out of doing these, but what it does by you hitting that subscribe button, it means that you'll get the notifications when new videos come out. Right, it's been very, very productive and successful, the channel, over the last 3 or so years it's been running. Like to think it helps people. I get bits of feedback from people, right, saying that it's helped them reach decisions, and I'm very pleased that it does. That's the idea of it. I find 511 kit pretty much the best, right? I've not found anything that exceeds the quality, and if you do get a problem, I've never had a major problem. This is the thing with it. A couple of little minor niggles I've had have always been resolved immediately, you know what I mean? So I'm not grumbling at all, and this is why we've landed up with so much 511 kit around us, because it's used on a daily basis. I mean, I'm wearing several items of 511 kit now, and it's just one of those things. It's good. It's good quality gear. Anyway, any questions, please drop me a line. Please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.